Hello again. So on my websites and in my videos, what I'm trying to do is not just give some information or some reviews, but also show how and why it works. And one of the important aspects of that is showing faulty reasoning, as I've done, for example, in my criticism about some moderators from the Candle Power Forums website, or some people who emailed me and started getting abusive and making stupid comments. And instead of just saying, well, you're unfriendly or antisocial, I won't do anything with that, I just analyze what these people say and I show that they are antisocial, but I also show how to see that they're antisocial and that their arguments are invalid. And I wanted to give an example here. So this is about Ukraine. The UK has agreed to send tanks to Ukraine, the Challenger 2 tanks, and then may convince the Germans to finally send some Leopard 2s, or let other countries such as Poland send them to Ukraine. I read that Poland had not applied to allow for exports of the Leopard 2s to Ukraine. I don't know about that. So it could be actually that Poland doesn't really put any effort into this sending their Leopard 2s of Leopard 2s, as you would say in German and Dutch, to Ukraine. But okay, so one good way to spot an incorrect argument is to see if you can apply it the other way. And that applies with almost every argument that Russia makes about issues in Ukraine. For example, they're trying to protect the Russian population. Okay, well, so any country can just say, hey, you've got some people there. For example, in Germany, there's some Dutch people who the Netherlands says suddenly for some reason they're oppressed, so we can invade Germany for that reason. That's of course complete and utter BS. And by using the arguments the other way, you see invalid reasoning. Because of course, if the reasoning can be applied directly the other way, then it's not an argument. So here I want to go about this one. It says, why does Zelensky still wear t-shirts when receiving foreign delegations? The basis of diplomacy is formal dress. A t-shirt is a sign of disrespect to the diplomats who bring help. No, the basis of diplomacy is of course not formal dress. The basis of diplomacy is proper behavior. And if you see a guy such as the foreign minister from Russia, who tells just complete lies, and such as no, we're not invading Ukraine while the Russian army is in Ukraine, then you got to be kidding. Is that diplomacy? What, you cannot do anything with such people. But these are antisocial people, and you cannot reason with them. You can't reason with a psychopath like Putin. And that foreign minister, let's see. Putting on a t-shirt doesn't require any extra time or effort. Of course it requires extra time or effort. You need to put on a different t-shirt or some extra clothes. Small thing, big difference. Small thing, small difference. So I said the basis of diplomacy is proper behavior, doing the right thing. Clothes are irrelevant. And he says proper behavior and right things are subjective feelings. That's not true. Putin also thinks he's behaving properly and doing the right things. Oh, actually, he does not think that. He does not think he's behaving properly. What he does is he does what he wants, and he does not care about anyone. Because he's a psychopath. That's how they behave. The dress code is either formal or not. There is no discussion. There's no discussion. It's irrelevant. Proper behavior and right things are not subjective. Dress code, however, is appearance with a zero value. You don't understand the difference between essence and appearance. There's no discussion possible about this. So he cuts it off, I cut it off. I use his tactic against him. This is bullshit. Appearance and essence are completely different issues. And any tactic that says Russia is doing what is right, so what they think themselves is right, is nonsensical, but their reasons are invalid. It means contradictory to the same situation if it were reversed. And you see this in antisocial people always. They always accuse others of what they do themselves. they do things, and they, for some reason, they accuse others. There are also in politics things like that happening, and then it can be used as a tactic, like a diversion tactic to take away the time from someone, to make him defend himself instead of attacking the position of that politician. So any talk, because the reasons are invalid, contradictory, they don't do what they think is right. They do what they want to do. That's very important. They go against rules and laws they agreed on, etc. The view that everything is subjective is false. And that's also, I saw last year sometime. I analyzed it, I wrote it down, but I haven't published it yet. It's about morals, and I thought, oh, that must be a psychologist, because it's stupid reasoning again. So that was something in the way of some. I think the name was of a woman, but you don't know if it's a woman. But I don't really remember. I need to look it up. It was like this. So that's, she said about someone else that he accepts ad hoc arguments because he accepts moral arguments, but moral arguments are not ad hoc. They are not just created out of nowhere. There's a logical reason for everything. You can deduce everything, how everything works, from the ground up, from society, what makes sense. And you can see this, for example, in the Bible. The Bible is not a book about a God. It's a book about what makes sense in life. And that's what a lot of people, including most religious people, don't understand. That the essence of the Bible is not the belief in a God, but the showing of wisdom of life. And the moral values that Christ talks about are not just ad hoc chosen. They serve a purpose, and if they serve a purpose, that means they're not ad hoc. They're not just chosen randomly, and they have no further meaning, or they're just culturally based. No, absolutely not. They're based on how to deal with other people in a society while leaving those other people the most freedom of choice that they can. That means to say everyone should have as much freedom as possible while not impinging on the freedom of others. And from that you can get to everything. It's really stupid that people then think, morals are just ad hoc chosen. It's not true here as well. The essence, and he does not understand the essence, the difference between essence and appearance. Of course, politicians are more or less professional liars, and diplomats even more so, which is why I'm also against all this nonsense of formal dress when you know you're talking to someone who's absolutely does not give a damn about you. It's not actually respect that you give. It's like camouflage. You camouflage an a-hole with a nice dress, but he's still the same a-hole. I don't like that. But anyway, let me know your comments, what you think. I'd be interested if there's anyone who agrees with the guy or not. See you in the next video.